Hey guys, so before the actual video starts I want to take a moment and just tell you that today we will be talking a lot about Datamines stuff and leaked stuff, so everything that you see or hear in this video may be changed until the final release of the next DLC, so please be considerate about that. Now with that being said, let's get started. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen the video from 4am speaking about the Emerald Shield enchantment here, and while it is a good video, the things he said are a bit misleading. In my last video I showed you the post of Nanakos here, where he also put the Emerald Shield icon in, which is also what 4am is referring to. Now the interesting part here is that this is not gonna be an enchantment that you can put on your armor. It is one of these baked enchantments that can only exist on the armor, and this icon here is actually from the effect that you get when you trigger it. So I went into the files and I looked for it, and as you can see here I managed to get it working in the game, but only as a baked enchantment, but not for an enchantment that you can put on any armor. Now there is some technical stuff here that I won't go too deep in here, but the way that works is that each item and enchantment has a specific ID assigned to it, and they are grouped by these IDs. Now the Emerald Shield enchantment is only present in the group of baked enchantments, but not in the group of enchantments that you as a player can enchant items with. You can also see that I've put the multi-role, Lucky Explorer and Death Barter enchantments here, which are also featured in Nanakos' post and which I found pretty interesting, but they currently do not work, so I'm not sure if we will see them in the game. Now the important part here is that you will probably not be able to enchant other armors with this enchantment. At least this is how it looks in the game files currently. Now the next thing I want to point out here is that he was saying that this enchantment in combination with Prospector would be broken, and that we would be able to beat Apocalypse plus 20 with this. Now I was already really sure that this won't be the case, but since I got the opportunity here to test it out, I'm going to show you how it works. So let's first put the difficulty to Apocalypse 1, and this is for a certain reason, because here you can see it working, and I will get to why it's not gonna work on higher difficulties later. And you can see here now that as we start killing mobs we trigger Prospector, and when we pick up the emeralds we start triggering the Emerald Shield, and everything is working pretty fine. Now just so you can see how long the shield lasts, I will measure the time after I pick up this emerald here, and you can see it lasts for about 1.7 seconds. Now before we go into the higher difficulty to see why this won't work on these difficulties, let me quickly show you why the Diamond Pickaxe, even on the lower difficulty, won't do well with this enchantment and will be far away from being broken. So as you can see, the Prospector procs on the Diamond Pickaxe rarely happen, and this is not a reliable source and far away from being able to keep the shield up for the whole time. Even on the lowest difficulties the Diamond Pickaxe won't be broken or anything. And that being said, let's have a look at Apocalypse plus 20. Here we will use the Fighter's Bindings again, because with 3x Prospector, if we kill something we have a pretty good chance to at least activate Prospector and by that proc the shield. And also I modified the armor again to increase our tankiness by adding different enchantments like Protection, Chilling and Snowball, which are enchantments that people often use to be tanky, as well as the 30% chance to negate hits and 35% damage reduction. Now it's very unlikely that we have these stats on an emerald armor then, but I wanted to really show that this is not going to work even if we have the most tanky setup that we can imagine. So let's go ahead and start a Creeper Woods mission on Apocalypse plus 20. Now I can tell you in advance that our problem will be that we can't kill the enemies, by that won't trigger Prospector, and by that can't activate our shield for invulnerability. But as the enemies will still kill us within 2 or 3 hits, we have basically no chance of getting our synergy up and being invulnerable. And as you can see here, and because it is no big secret, the mobs on Apocalypse plus 20, they don't really like to die. So they really hold up against us, and just in case you say, yeah, 3x Prospector is too much and Fighter's Bindings aren't that great, here's some footage with a Cursed Axe with Swirling and 2x Prospector, and you can see we just get crushed by a pack of elites. I gotta say, versus normal mobs this works fine, but as soon as you face elites, you just can't kill them quickly enough and they just do so much damage, you're just not able to live through them. So you guys know me, I don't want to talk bad about another YouTuber or streamer, and generally I like the stuff that 4am does, and I will still recommend you guys to check his videos out. But when I see things like this, I feel like I have to get in. That is simply because things like this get people hyped and it's building up high expectations, just to have these expectations being crushed and leave these people disappointed, because they were so excited for something that is simply not going to happen. That is why I always try my best to get into things as deeply as possible before I show anything to you. And this is also why, even if I've seen and used a lot of Datamine stuff, I won't show much of it. Not just because these things could still change, but also because there might be things that I just overlooked and I don't want to spread misinformation or get people excited about things that won't happen. Now, I don't want you to go to 4am's video and dislike it or anything. I've messaged him and informed him about what I found, and I'm pretty sure he was just getting excited about what he saw in Naniko's post and wanted to share his thoughts with the community. So just take this video as an example to always take leaks or data mines with a grain of salt. And keep in mind that, unless it is officially released, all we do is guessing what might happen. Now, as this is all for today, I thank you all for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!